Okay, welcome to a tutorial for Reaper. And what I'm going to do in this tutorial is just to help you get started with a project. First we go to Reaper, open it up, and go to Options, Preferences, and you want to check this right here. And when you check this, it's going to prompt you to save a new project, the actual template of the project that you're looking at right now. And when you check this, it's going to prompt you to save your files. So you have Reaper as a project, then you have all your files that are associated with that project. So you want to make sure everything gets saved and everything is in its right spot. And that way, if you want to transfer a song over to someone else's studio, you can just drag that folder over and everything is in there. So you check those two, and they're going to prompt you to do those things so you never forget. Also, another right here under project savings. If you check this, it's going to, every time you save a project, it's going to keep a little backup. Now that's okay to have one backup, but this is going to do it every single time you close out. So you can uncheck that one, unless you want one for everyone. This right here is very, very, very cool. This right here is going to save your project for you every so many minutes. So I like to set mine for 5 minutes, and I like to set up an additional path. So like, let's say I'll set up a folder called Save Folder, and every project that I'm working on will go into that folder. And they're very, very small files, so they're not going to take up a lot of space. But the cool thing is, if you need it, you have it. Like, let's say you're working on a project and all of a sudden electricity goes out or whatever the case may be, and your project's gone. Well, it'll go back to 5 minutes and it made a save for you. And then after, a month or so, if you realize you don't need anything, you can go in that save folder and just delete it all, and then let it rebuild itself back up. But it stamps it with the name. As long as you set this up, it'll stamp it with the name, and it'll stamp it with the date and time, so you know exactly which one you need to find if you go into that save folder. So we'll go ahead and just set one up right quick, just to do it. Uh, you'll set it in this one, save time, stamped file in additional directory, and this is the directory that we're going to make. And we'll go into my little thing here, and I'm working on a laptop. I'm not in my studio, so I don't have my actual computer and my separate hard drives. So you would like to, it'd be better to save everything on a separate hard drive. That way you have one drive running your system and you have one drive bringing your files back. But in this case, if you don't have that, then you'll do it this way. So I'll go under my my little folder here, and I'll make a new folder, and I'll just call it Save Folder. So now, every 5 minutes, no matter what I'm working on, if I'm working on a song, this, that one, or the other one, it doesn't really matter. It's automatically going to save every 5 minutes a little backup into that folder. So that doesn't clutter up my original folders that I'm going to set up for each particular project. So I'll go ahead and apply that. Okay, see. Okay, whatever. I'll just hit OK, because I haven't set anything up right here yet. So when I close out and I say no, now when I open up, it's not going to open up the way that it opened up at first. It's going to give me paths that I need to set up per song. So I open up Reaper, and then right off the bat it's going to say, okay, where do you want to save this project? And I'm just going to call this test, and it's going to be a Reaper file, and I want to save it. Let's go back to I thought I had my name here somewhere. Okay, guess not. Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, so I'll make a little folder right here. See, there goes my save folder. So if I'm working on this project for 5 minutes, it's going to start throwing stuff in there. I want to make a new folder, and I'm going to call this folder test song, because we're just running a test. Okay, so this is song number 1. This is my test song. Alright, and when I open this up, that's where my file is going to be. Alright, so I say save that, and now it's asking me, the other one we set up, where do I want to save all these files that I'm going to create. Every time I create a bass track or a vocal track or a drum track, I have all these WAV files and different things that are going to be associated with this entire project, with this test right here. So I'm going to hit browse, go to that one where I'm saving it, and I should have test song. Okay, so I have test song, and inside test song I want to make a new folder called audio files. It seems like this is a lot to do, but this will keep everything really nice and tidy. So okay, so everything is in audio files. I'm recording at 44.1 samples at 24-bit sample rate, and I'm good to go. Alright, so now whatever I do is going to be saved to test, and all the files are going to go into the audio folder. So if I exit out, and then I go into let me see here. Should have my name. Here it goes. Okay, and there goes my. Okay, well you can't see it, but here we go. It's test song. There goes the project. There goes my audio files. I don't have anything recorded. I'll go ahead and record something just so we can show you. So if I did have this test song, there's my session to open it up, and there's my audio files. This folder right here, I'll take with me, put it on a thumb drive, put it on a hard drive, and I have my whole entire song. I can take it to someone else's studio to mix it, or I can do whatever I want to do with it. So let's go ahead and open that up, and we're going to be right back in our session. Now, if I throw a song in here, let's say I want to record some vocals. Okay. Test. Okay. So I say I'm recording vocals. Alright, that was dumb. Now I'm going to save that. So I've done some work here. Okay, I called it vocals. Alright, now I'm going to X out of the project, and it's going to ask me if I want to save it because I've done some work. I say yes. Okay, and then open up audio files, and there goes our file. Vocals, track 1. Okay, go to our save folder, and it's probably going to be nothing in there because we haven't worked for 5 minutes yet. But if we did, our save would be in there. Alright, well that's how you set that up, and if you set that up continually, everything will be nice and neat. So alright, well I'll see you on the next tutorial.